What's going on, everybody? So, today we have the rundown for Avengers Endgame. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not sitting in my usual spot. That's because I'm trying to get my steps in for the day. Now, I'm trying to be healthy, Kyle. That's the move for 2019. I need to get healthy so I can wrestle for longer. If I want to wrestle these hour-long Iron Man matches in WWE, I got to get my cardio up. So walk with me, people. So if you get seasick, maybe this ain't the video you want to watch. So, anywho, that's why we're walking today. So now, as to why you're all here, Avengers Endgame. Probably the best superhero movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, the movie was awesome. Like, dude, if you were a fan of Marvel, if you were a fan of superheroes, you owe it to yourself to go see this movie. Like, people were like, oh, it's 3 hours. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. Trust me, when you're in that movie, time is going to fly. So go see it, please. If you haven't go see it, stop this video, go watch it, because there will be spoilers in this video. So there's your spoiler warning. Now, I'm not gonna get into everything in the movie because, like I said, the movie was 3 hours long, so we ain't doing all that. But we will do. We're gonna do a quick little rundown. So the movie pretty much breaks down into 3 parts. It breaks down into the fallout from Infinity War. It breaks down into the time heist, and then into the craziest battle that you have ever seen in your life. So I'm just gonna kind of run through my favorite parts from each section, and I keep hitting my head on the thing. Anywho, so with the fallout part, what I really liked was that, dude. I love how the movie started. It started with Hawkeye's family getting dusted after Thanos snapped his fingers. It was the perfect opening because it perfectly summed up what happened in Infinity War and why what Thanos did was so devastating. And then, dude, Jeremy Renner killed that scene. Like, the panic in his voice as he didn't know what was happening to his family was awesome. So after that, Captain Marvel rescues Tony. Tony and Nebula were stuck in space. Captain Marvel saves them. I love that Tony goes off when he gets to Earth. Like, he was like, dude, Cap, you promised we would do all this together. You promised we would lose together, and you weren't there. Now, yes, Cap was handling business in Wakanda, but if you think about it from Tony's POV, I don't think he knows about that, so I think he was just, like, up in space trying to handle business by himself. So Tony goes off, takes off his little heart thing, he collapses. Then Captain Marvel was just like, yo, I'm about to roll out. I'm about to kill Thanos myself. And then Rhodey was like, yo, we all about that superhero life. You're not special. Long story short. So, dude, I felt bad for my man Thanos at this point. Because let me set the scene for y'all. Now, whereas Thanos gave these people 10 years warning, he said, I'm coming for the stones. I'm giving y'all 10 years. Get ready because I'm coming. These people straight rolled into Thanos' house and jumped this man. Now, Thanos had retired. He'd set up his armor. This dude was chilling in t-shirts and a basketball shorts, making soup, trying to get his breakfast together so he could watch the football game for the night. The Avengers roll in and cut this dude's head off. So I felt bad for my man Thanos. That was ridiculous. Y'all could have gave that man some warning. Y'all could have at least been like, hey, meet me outside in 5 minutes. We about to run this fade again. But no, they just jumped, killed this dude. Then we got a time jump. So some people might say the movie was slow, but I thought it wasn't slow. I liked all the character moments we got. We kind of saw like how all the Avengers were dealing with pretty much their biggest failure. We got to see how they were dealing with their loss to Thanos. Black Widow was trying to do her best to keep some semblance of the shield of the Avengers together. Let's see who else would do it. Hulk became Professor Hulk, so I thought that was pretty cool. That was dope. And then Thor, we got Fat Thor, so I thought that was hilarious. Because if, like, some people may not like what they did with Thor, but if you think about it, Thor has been through so much. Like, through all his movies, he suffered some form of loss. Like, he lost his hammer. He wasn't viewed as worthy. Then he lost his mom. Then he lost his dad. Then he lost his brother. Then he lost his people. And then, if you think about it, Thor is the strongest Avenger. So when it really comes down to it, pretty much everyone expected him to 1v1 Thanos. And when time came for it, he got too cocky and he failed. So for Thor, the weight of that loss of half of the universe pretty much rests on his shoulders. So I can see why my dude is like, yo, I'm going to go get drunk. I'm going to play Fortnite with my boy Korg, and that's it. I'm calling it a wrap. Tony, he got lucky. Pepper survived the snap of Thanos. So, Tony retires. He and Pepper have a kid. That was one of the best moments of the movies. That was super awesome. Like, my arm got tired. I just came back from the gym. Leave me alone. I had to switch. So, dude, all the scenes with Tony's daughter were just boss. Like the I Love You 3000s, all that. And that was a cool character moment for Tony of himself. Because we saw in like Iron Man 3, he didn't want to be a dad to the kid. Even in Spider-Man Homecoming, he was trying to keep, Peter Parker at bay. But that broke down in Infinity War. He accepted Peter, and you saw how that really played at him. He has a picture of Peter, in his house and whatnot. So Peter is very important to him. So we see how Tony's progression has changed over the course of these movies to the point where he's let go of all his selfishness. He became a father. Captain America said in the Avengers, like, dude, you're not the dude to make the sacrifice play. And in this movie, he makes the ultimate sacrifice play. Tony dies. Tony makes the ultimate sacrifice to bring everybody back, to save everybody. So this movie really rewards you. If you're a fan of all the Marvel movies, if you've seen them, like, the character journeys of all of these people has just been amazing. So eventually, part 1 comes to a close because the Rat, besides Tony Stark, Rat gets MVP of the Universe Award. It brings Ant-Man back. And so Ant-Man comes out, he tells them about the quantum realm, and basically that kicks off part 2, the time heist part of the movie, which was dope. There's so many good moments in part 2, the time heist. Like, I can't list them all. Like, I literally can't. It is just too, you have to go see this movie. You have to. Some of my favorite parts where we got to revisit the Battle of the Avengers. We got to see the Ancient One, who a lot of people were like, well, if she's in New York during the first Avengers, where was she? We saw where she was. She was defending the Sanctum, which was her job. New York is not her job. The Sanctum is. We got Hulk freaking out, and then the modern day Professor Hulk is like, like, we saw how much he's changed. Like, he can't rampage. Like, so that was a cool moment. We got a callback to what was this? The Winter Soldier with Cap in the elevator with everybody, but he played it so different. I was expecting them to fight, but he's just like Hail Hydra, and then they let him have the scepter, which is a cool callback to the an epic moment out of the comics. We got America's Ass, where they were just looking at Cap's ass and whatnot. So that was cool. Cap versus past Cap was great too, because he thought he was Loki. But it wasn't. It was just a past self. And then they started fighting. Great fight. Past Cap was like, I could do this all day. And present Cap is just like, I know, I don't have time for this. So I love that part. Dude, they made Hulk take the stairs. So that came back to bite them in the ass because he busts out of the stairwell when they get the Tesseract at first. And Loki, I get my man Loki back because Loki grabs the Tesseract and he just nopes out of there. So and that's gonna have some big repercussions later, but we'll jump into that. So, let's see. Like I said, I'm not gonna hit everything. I'm just hitting my main high points because if we do, we're gonna be here forever. We'll get to that later. So then Cap and Tony have to go even back farther in time, which we get a cool moment where Tony gets to talk with his dad, and he really gets closure with a lot of the stuff from his dad, where he gains more understanding now that Tony is a father. So that was a cool moment too. We get Clint and Natasha trying to fight over who's going to sacrifice themselves for the Soul Stone. I think Nebula set them up. Nebula knew about that, bro. Nebula set them up for that. So that was messed up. But, speaking of Nebula, she's the reason why stuff kind of falls apart. It wasn't her fault, but, present Nebula and past Nebula are linked through their minds when she goes back in time. And that alerts Thanos to what the Avengers are doing to try and undo what he did. So that's what gets Thanos' attention and why he discovers their plot to get the Infinity Stones. So, long story short, everyone gets their stones. They come back to the present, but so does Thanos. And then that kicks off part 3 of the movie. The craziest battle scenes known to man in the MCU. Like, again, like I said, I'm not hitting everything. You gotta go see this movie. You have to go see this movie. Just simply for the last act. It is just so crazy. Thanos is such a G. Like, this dude straight blows up the Avengers compound, sits in the rubble, and waits for them to come fight him. Like, Thanos is a great villain. This dude, like, I love Thanos. So, the big 3, my boy Cap, Iron Man, and Thor, they're like, yo, let's go do the audacity of this man to blow up our Avengers compound, sit and wait to challenge us. The audacity, sir. Let's go to destroy this dude. So, they get to Thanos. Thanos, again, so nonchalant, just like, you couldn't live with your own failures. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Let's go. So, dude, the big three and Thanos start mixing it up. And Thanos is putting in work. Thanos is knocking these boys out left and right. It's to the point where, dude, Thor's about to die. Because, dude, he calls Stormbreaker to him. Thanos catches that thing mid-air, slams it into Thor's chest. And I'm like, oh, no, not Thor. And then, dude, I love how they shot this. Because they just see Mjolnir rise up. And, oh, my bad. So, yeah, okay, another thing in the time heist. So, Thor gets a last moment with his mom, which I thought was really cool, to kind of help put him back on his right path, to let you know, dude, you are worthy. Stop trying to be who you think you're supposed to be and just be who you are. And he calls Mjolnir to him, and it comes to him. So, for Thor, that was a big moment, because he's like, dude, I'm worthy. Like, Thor really needed that. So, Thor has Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. But dude, the theater went crazy because all you see is Mjolnir hit the back of Thanos' head, and then it comes back and Cap catches it. No, dude, the theater went off. Like, we were all going crazy at that moment, and Cap starts putting in work on Thanos. Like, he starts destroying this dude with some crazy combos with his shield and Thor's hammer. Then he calls lightning down, and dude, everyone was going crazy. Like, that was my favorite part of the movie. So then, dude, Thanos is still like, nah, son. Thanos sits Cap down. And then, you think it's over because he breaks the shield. Thanos like destroyed everybody. Cap still gets back up because Cap's my boy. Cap's my favorite Avenger. And he showed why in this movie. And Thanos is like, yo, y'all are so annoying. I'm about to enjoy this. So, like, Thanos is just on a whole nother level, this movie. But then, dude, my second favorite part of the movie is you hear Sam through Cap's intercom. He's like, yo, on your left. And dude, Doctor Strange just starts opening up all the portals and all the Avengers known to man come back. And the theater is just going off. That's what I loved about this movie. Like, it was just such a moment. Like, it took 10 years, 22 movies to get to this. Like, the last thing I can remember being this big, movie-wise for me, is like when Harry Potter ended. Like, if you're like 20-something college age like I am, like, that was like the culmination of a 10-year journey. Like, you had the books, you saw the movies, you grew up with those people. So definitely Hallows Part 2 and like Avengers Endgame are like two of the biggest movie things in my lifetime. So no matter what age you are, because we had everybody in my theater and everyone was going crazy. It took you back to being a kid. So it was just awesome. So dude, all the Avengers, Cap finally says Avengers Assemble. They charge against Thanos' entire army, and everybody gets a moment to shine. Like, I can't go into everything. Because, dude, you got Giant Man punching a freaking giant Chitauri slug thing. You got Black Panther being a freaking running back, knocking everybody out. Spider-Man does his instant kill. We finally get to see that. Cap and Thor, they're fighting side by side. And, like, they switch up Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. And Thor's like, no, I get the big one. You get the small one. That was funny. Scarlet Witch, dude, Thanos was so hilarious. Scarlet Witch comes down and she is pissed. She's like, you took everything from me. I'm about to destroy you. And Thanos is just like, I don't even know who you are. Like, I was rolling. Like, me and like 6 other people were just rolling. Like, Thanos is such a G. And then, dude, all the ships, because, dude, Scarlet Witch actually is about to destroy that dude. And then Thanos is like, yo, fire on her. I'm about to die. I don't care who we hit. But then, like, all the ships start shooting into the sky. And, like, Tony's like, yo, what's that about? And Captain Marvel finally shows up. She destroys the ship. And then she's like, yo, where's Thanos? Let me at him. So she's mixing it up with Thanos. She's doing a pretty good job. Thanos headbutts her, and she's like, nah, son, get that out of here. And Thanos is like, 1 sec. Takes out the Power Stone, knocks the crap out of Captain Marvel. So I was like, dang, son. Thanos was just, like, going off this movie. I love Thanos. To sum it up, like, eventually, let's see. Eventually, dude, we get to the saddest part in the movie. Thanos gets the gauntlet back. He's about to snap. He does snap. Nothing happens. And that's because Tony has taken the stones out, put it in his suit. He snaps after his I am Iron Man. We have a room change and it's too dark. So we're going out of here. So Tony, dude, the thing that kicked off the MCU is the thing that closes this saga of the MCU. Tony says, I am Iron Man, does the snap, kills Thanos and his entire army, saves the day. So that's why I said Tony and The Rat get MVP. So, dude, excellent movie, excellent fight scene. Like, you gotta go see it. You'll love it. Tony's funeral and send-off was so great. Cap retires. He goes to return the stones. He stays, gets his last dance with Peggy. Great moment. So Cap retires. He gives the shield to Sam. So that was pretty cool. So great movie, start to finish. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff for everybody in this movie. You will love it. You're gonna enjoy it. I give the bad boy a 10 out of 10. There's some stuff that you could probably try and nitpick if you want to, but like I'm just to think when I was like 12, 15, I never would imagine to get this kind of movie in my lifetime. So I can't. Just the sheer fact that we got an Avengers movie with all these people, like I have nothing bad to say about this bad boy. I love this movie. You will love it too. Go see it. It sets up stuff. I don't think this is the last we're gonna see of Tony or Steve. One, because Loki effed up time when he took the Tesseract, so that creates a branch universe where I believe everyone is alive. I believe even Thanos should still be alive in that reality. So everyone is technically basically there is Universe A, the universe we've stayed with for like so long, the main MCU universe where a couple people are dead, but Loki should have created Universe B where everyone's alive. And I'm pretty sure Cap, like, dude, it took everyone to take the stones. I'm pretty sure Cap had some trouble getting all the stones back. So I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of craziness we're going to see. So I'm pretty sure everyone's still alive in some alternate universe. And I think this is probably going to set up the multiverse. I think it's also going to set up, since we have Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and we've got Professor Hulk, I think this is going to set up Civil War 2. And that's Captain Marvel versus Iron Man. So I think we're going to get that too. I can't wait till this seems like a perfect open door for the X-Men and the Fantastic Four to jump into the MCU. So I'm ready for Avengers versus X-Men. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm ready to see the Phoenix Force come back. I'm ready to see the X-Men go one-on-one with the Avengers. So I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff to get into for Phase 4 of the MCU. There's no end credits thing. There's kind of like a stinger. You hear like someone kind of shaping metal. It could be another alternate universe Tony Stark. It could just be a callback to the first Iron Man movie. So I know most people like to sit after the theaters, but I'm just going to save you some time if you do. It's not really like a full-blown end credits thing. But my thoughts on the movie, it was awesome. I'll let y'all know my favorite parts. Like I said, this review was all over the place because it's not a real review. Just a fanboy geeking out, telling you my favorite parts of the movie. I missed probably like a bunch. Like I said, it's 3 hours. Go see it. Go let me know your favorite parts down in the comments below. That is all for now. The Avengers have assembled. So I'm happy. My childhood is happy. After that Sonic trailer, I needed to do this video. But that's all for now, Mythic Nation. I will see y'all later. I'm probably going to try and I might go see Avengers Endgame again. Because that movie was just awesome. But like I said, that's it for now. I'm about to go do some more X-ups. It's push-ups time. We need these muscles, Mythic Nation. We need the muscles. But that's all for now. I'll see y'all later. Or not, because I missed the stop button again.